stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy hearing about our experience with this string trimmer. If you could, smash the like button. We will be raffling off 3 string trimmers. Yeah, we're rolling, baby. Let's go. Cut. Cut it out. Hey, thanks for joining us, guys. This is our review on EGO's ST1620S trimmer, string trimmer. Just a real quick, there's going to be no action shots of this. This is strictly an honest review. I'm not trying to sell you something. I'm not going to put any affiliate marketing in here. I'm not going to attempt to trick you like I was tricked. I am giving you some cold hard facts about this string trimmer so that you can make a proper decision when investing in your lawn care equipment. Despite what I have to say about this trimmer, EGO offers a lot of stuff on their line, and not all their stuff would have a review such as the one I'm going to give on this one. So real quick, let's just jump into it. This is the ST1620S trimmer. I got this when it first pretty much came out. I was able to talk my other owner, which is a girl, into investing in EGO because we wanted to go all electric. Why did we choose this one? Well, it was kind of simple. I did a lot of research on it, so I thought, and a lot of the reviews I saw out there were very positive. So then I took to the streets. I beat the street with my feet, and I asked homeowners that I saw out in the world using this, hey, what do you think of it? Normally when a guy walks up to you, you might be a little intimidated, maybe a little standoffish. Most people didn't really give me the time of day. That's just kind of how people are these days, a little socially awkward. Not me, I'm not afraid to talk to anybody at all. So why did we buy this for our company? It was pretty simple. 1, the reviews were good, and 2, homeowners said that they liked the product. So we looked further into it. We have lawn crew people of all shapes and sizes, right? What was appealing about this model is it's got a telescoping handle, good for short and tall people. When you're flipping the weed whacker over, or the string trimmer over, this handle has a quick release that also made it very appealing. There's nothing worse than having to grab the shaft and, try to work it. When we first got this, we thought it was awesome, right? Screw comes out, folds for easy storage. It's made of carbon fiber, so it's lightweight. These batteries are not light for it that we use, so the string trimmer, being able to throw it around with one hand was a huge plus. The reason why we invested in this particular one was for a few reasons. 1, it was lightweight, the adjustable handles like I said before. This one comes with power load. If you don't know what power load is, there's 100 videos on YouTube showing and explaining power load. You put the string trimmer line through, you press a button and it loads up the string for you. If you do not use the proper gauged string for this string trimmer, you will not only cause damage to the head, but it will also bind in there and tangle up. Another reason why this was super appealing and we went with this model was the bump head styles like to go out, as everybody knows. That is typically what professionals use, but I thought maybe technology was changing things a little bit here. So when this gets too short, it auto releases. Meaning when you get the cord cut, it will auto release, sensing it, and then it will dispense more. We thought that was a huge plus, given that your lineman can kind of go through some string, right? And string isn't cheap. One roll from Oregon can cost you $100. So that was another reason it was appealing. The power load and the carbon fiber shaft. When we first got this, we registered the warranty right away. We unboxed it, we put it together, and us as owners used it first because we wanted to see what the experience was like. So when getting feedback from our crew, we knew if they were kind of just being crabby about the product or maybe they really would like it. When we first got it, we used it normally like a normal weed whacker, and it performed very good. We used it for about a minute and 30 seconds. We went to go edge the side of the sidewalk, flipping it over and edging, and it stopped working. And we thought that was kind of odd, and so we thought the battery died. We put a new battery on. It turned back on for like maybe like a second and a half. It was a real quick round. It made no funny sounds or anything like that. So we'd already registered the warranty. We contacted EGO. They're like, hey, take it to this repair facility. It's right near you. And we're like, oh, awesome. So at first, EGO was very helpful in getting this repaired. We take it to where they recommended us to take it, and the shop was like, hey, we'll have this back to you in like 2 weeks. It was a really good experience with the shop. The shop, I'll just call them LawnCare for now, because my experience with this and what happened with this product was nobody else's fault besides EGO, and they will not take any sort of accountability for what happened. Basically, there was a defect in the head. Okay, we didn't know that at first. This string trimmer was in service for 4 months. Okay, so this costed us $329, brand new, out of the box. The only way you can get warranty is if you buy it brand new and you upload a receipt to their website or you call it in. And we want warranty with our stuff because we're in business for this stuff. We don't want something breaking down and us investing money into it. Yeah, we would like a warranty period. So we take it to the repair facility. They say they'll have it back to us in a couple weeks. It turned out to be 4 total months. And in that time period, I had talked our other owner into buying another like model just like this, the ST1620S. I wanted all the same line of tools, and we had the same experience. That one went out too. Now, at this point in time, this string trimmer was in service already for almost 3 weeks. And so I said, there's no way I'm bringing another one back to them. They can't even get me my other one. And I didn't really know behind the scenes what was going on. I called and asked, and I got kind of ran around the bush a little bit. Lo and behold, EGO requires certain diagnostics to be uploaded to them in order for them to honor it under warranty. So the second string trimmer we got, I said, you want to know what? I'm fully ASE certified. I was in the car business before I got into lawn care. I am going to figure out what's wrong with this. I busted out my multimeter. I started testing things, and I couldn't figure it out. Part of my diagnostic was taking off this guard because I wanted to test the head. I wanted to see if I could access this and test wires because I thought something was wrong with the head itself. So that was my access point. I was unable to figure out what was wrong with this string trimmer, so I ended up actually taking it into the repair facility anyway. When I took it into the repair facility, I did not bring it in with this guard attached. Like I said, I removed it in order to gain access to test switches and things like that to see if there was a resistance buildup, see if there was continuity. And EGO voided our warranty completely on the second model, and I kind of felt a certain way about that, but I didn't want to pull it from service because the service provider, which is an independent service provider, they're just an authorized EGO dealer. They are not EGO. I felt like I owed them the business for them jumping through so many hoops. So I ultimately let them repair it. And because I didn't want to pull it from service and have to pay a diagnostic fee, they would waive the diagnostic fee if I got fixed with them. So the second string trimmer, I had to pay $98.46, I believe the number was, to get it fixed. Both the string trimmers were in service for a total of 4 months, and the repair facility ended up telling me that there was actually a defect in these heads, that there was nothing that we did wrong, which makes total sense because they didn't even work for a full 2 minutes. They're very lightweight. Yeah, they're pretty powerful. Okay. They run on a 56 volt system. Yes, that is true to a certain point. When I measured things with my multimeter, it actually came out to like 59 volts fully charged. So I think they advertise 56 volts because I think that's what it mostly runs on for the duration of the battery being drained. We ended up investing a total of $1,547.46 on these 3 string trimmers. And so we invested quite a bit of money into these for Ego to do anything that they could within their power, because they hold the key to not honor their warranty. They run their Facebook site like communist China, 100%. Like if you say something that they don't agree with, it gets deleted. That was really what pushed me to put this review out. Was I wanted people to know the truth. Every time somebody asked, "Hey, how's your experience with this product?" If I said anything negative about this string trimmer, it got deleted right away, which was empowering the people to only know the good. There's a very well-known person that does Ego reviews. He's the tool review guy. You know who he is. He's like their little fanboy. He keeps it very cut and dry. He shows you the product. He doesn't give you any real good feedback or experience about it. He's a man who sits in an office. I have no affiliate links with this at all. I will say that the 1520 model, it's the bump head. It's a good. That's a good model. 100%. I don't really have much complaints about it. I think complaints stem from whether or not your product works out of the box. So anything from their chainsaws to their misting fan to their power washer, I've heard stories on all these products not working out of the box. When something's manufactured and man-made, that's just a simple reality, is that sometimes things aren't gonna work, right? That's why you have warranty, so that the company takes care of you. You shouldn't have to send it to a repair facility for 4 months. Not only that, but within that 4-month time, you could bet your bottom dollar at month 2, I was extremely upset at the repair shop. They originally told me it was only going to take 2 weeks. And then I ended up having to pay for it. And I just thought that was totally wrong of the company. Ego as a company, I give them 2 out of 5 stars. Their customer service is absolutely scripted. No matter what your complaint is, it could be very unique and one-off. It's all scripted. They don't really care about the human being who's buying the product, much less care about the product. They're very heavily invested right now into a lot of research and development to keep pushing out the lines of tools, to keep up with companies like Greenworks and companies like Toro. Greenworks and Toro, their electric lines are expanding quite vastly, and at an exponential rate too. I haven't seen this kind of research and development put into a company in a long time. So simply put, the ST1620S trimmer, I would recommend that you do not buy it because the line IQ. I don't think the technology's there. If you're rough on trimmers, you're going to break this head. If you need something just to get you by, and maybe you live in an HOA and you can't have a gas weed whacker, or maybe you're not very mechanically inclined because there's not a lot of people who can work on a carburetor anymore, then this is a good option for you. It's an expensive option. I don't see much difference between this weed whacker and a Works or a Black & Decker. This simply just has a lot more power. Given that, I do just want to encourage you guys, if you could, please smash the like button for this honest review. I'm not trying to sell you something. I'm not going to put an affiliate link up here in the corner that you can click on. Nothing like that. It's just my experience. And I'm sure there's people out there that have had a very good experience with this. But when you're in forums and you're on Facebook and you see somebody that's like, hey man, I'm really having a problem with this, don't laugh at their expense, because it shows that you have no compassion. And I don't think that's, to each their own. really, to each their own. I just would encourage everybody to try to be a better human being. Put yourself in other people's shoes. When somebody's struggling with a product and they go to Facebook for help, and you can clearly tell that they never read the owner's manual, just don't even pay the thread any attention. But to not support each other on something as simple as this, how can we ever make peace in this world? Anyway, that's just my opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, right? So once again, I'm not endorsing this string trimmer line. We are going to raffle off all 3 of these. They do come with all updated heads. This is the only one I used. These 2 trimmers have never been used at all. I simply had the heads replaced on them and I hung them up because at that point I had already invested in 4 other bump heads from EGO, which they haven't failed me. I've taken them apart and lost springs and had to buy new springs. They're $5.89 if you go through Cutler's Power Supply online. But this experience really opened up my eyes to a lot of things. I will not endorse EGO at all. I would encourage you to look into other tool brands. You settle on yours. But again, the reason we went with this is because we wanted to exchange all the batteries throughout our power head, our chainsaws, misting fans, power washers. The list goes on. We've invested about $60,000 to $70,000 in EGO. We have 0-turn mowers, push mowers. So it doesn't matter the amount of money that you invest, because that's kind of where I stood. I was like, you know what, they'll do anything for me because I've invested so much into them. They want to keep my business. No, they don't care about that. They really don't. It wasn't until I made a huge Facebook post that got a lot of traction that they couldn't take down, where they reached out to me and said, hey, we want to make this right. We want to reimburse you for you having to pay to replace the head on your string trimmer. Can you please get us the receipt? And I said, absolutely not. The ship has sailed on that. I've taken my loss, and that's it. So this review is an honest review. I don't think that these string trimmers, the technology's there if you're using them commercially. If you're just taking care of your own property, then yeah, this might be a good option for you. If you don't want to get a bump head style because maybe you've had problems with a bump head style in the past, maybe this is a good option for you. I would just encourage you guys to read your owner's manual, because these are very sensitive when it comes to the type of cord you're putting through them. They're different. They're turning the curve in technology. So do as much research as you can. I hope you came across this video if you're considering this model, because once again, when I did my YouTube research, I got nothing but glowing reviews on this thing, and I ended up with 3 of them that I actually never got to deploy into the field, really, except for this one, and we only deployed it for a couple of weeks before we replaced the entire line of weed whackers that we were using. So with that being said, I appreciate you joining us for another one, and if you guys see any tools that you want me to put my 2 cents in and you value my opinion, I got no problem. Drop a comment and I'll make another review video. Unfortunately, it's like 0 degrees outside in Chicago today, so I can't be outside. I'm not going to show you any. Again, there's no footage of me using this thing in action. I wish I would have recorded it for the first time when I took it out of the box so that people could actually see it. But at this time, I'll show you the receipt so that you guys can put some faith into me, because everybody's word is not the same. So yeah, at the end of the video, I'll put a picture of the receipt. If you guys can please like, comment, and share this video. At 500 subscribers, we're raffling off all 3 of these. It will be a computer-generated raffle, so there won't be any special treatment to anybody. Yeah, other than that, take care, guys. Rock on.